Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for Game Week 9 and also how I'm currently getting on in Game Week 8. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment, how are you getting on in Game Week 8, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, absolute stinker of a game week for me. Currently on 26 points. That will be 33 when Saka gets subbed off for Mykolenko. But yeah, a lot of things just have really gone wrong this week. It's not been great. I am on a bit of a red arrow. But again, hopefully that will be a little bit less bad when obviously Mykolenko comes off the bench. But we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail in a minute. But first of all, Raya in goal, 1-pointer. Yeah, I mean, that Arsenal red card from Saliba is really, really bad because obviously they're going into Liverpool at home next. And they're missing Saliba. You know, Saka might still not be back. It's a rough one, man. So, double Arsenal defense has just been absolutely hectically bad. Like, it's been absolutely ridiculous. It's gone so wrong. And now they've got 3 really, really tough fixtures. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Like, last season when I didn't own any Arsenal defenders, they were getting clean sheets every single week. They were getting clean sheets every single week when I didn't own them this season. I bring them in on my wildcard in Game Week 6. And, yeah, 6, 7, and 8 have been absolute shockers. Like, I think Raya's got 1 point. Maybe the last 3 weeks, like 1 point, 2 points, 1 point. That's what I mean. Before I brought him in, 9 points, 10 points, 8 points. As soon as I bring him in, nothing. So, really, really unfortunate. Same with Gabriel. Before I bring him in, 15, 7, 6, 6. As soon as I bring him in, 1, 2, 1. It's just how FPL goes. It's really, really unfortunate. But, yeah, double Arsenal defense, not been ideal. Trent as well with a 2-pointer. Again, not really a great game for me at all, that Liverpool-Chelsea game, because I only had Trent and Palmer and neither of them did anything. So, basically the worst case scenario, really, because Chelsea scored and it wasn't Palmer. So, that's why it was a really, really bad situation there. Still got Milenkovic to play. In a perfect world, Milenkovic has like a stomach bug tonight or something, because then I'd get Mykolenko off the bench and I'd also get Strand Larsen off the bench as well with a big 9-pointer. Like, I've got 16 points on my bench, which is just 10 points below what I'm actually on right now, which is kind of wild. But yeah, for whatever reason, Milenkovic doesn't want to play tonight. I'm absolutely fine with that because Mykolenko will come on for him and then Strand Larsen on for Saka. That would be a huge 16-pointer off the bench. I don't think that's going to happen, and that would be just the most jammiest thing ever. But either way, I still think Milenkovic will do well tonight. Hopefully, as a Forest fan, we do pick up the result and we do pick up a clean sheet as well. That would be absolutely ideal. Or maybe even a bullet header, that would be great. But yeah, Strand Larsen, I think, is just being a better pick now. Like, 6 points against Brentford, 9 points against City. I should have played him this week, but obviously I'd made my transfers for Semenyo. I don't think I was ever going to play him, so it's not like I can kick myself too much about it. The main reason I bought him in was because of the fixtures they've got coming up, like Brighton, Palace, Southampton, Fulham, Bournemouth, Everton, West Ham, Ipswich, Leicester. Like, I can play him in any of those fixtures. I think he's going to be a bit under the radar now, so I'm kind of glad he's getting a couple of goals before I start playing him. Hopefully carries on that form. But yeah, either way, defence, massive shambles. In midfield, it didn't really get much better. Mbumo picking up 2 points. Palmer picking up 2 points. Obviously, Saka not being in the squad at all, which, again, there's all this stuff going around online that people knew, and that's why they got rid of him. I have no idea if that's true or not, obviously. A lot of people were just kind of finding some sort of excuse. I didn't know anything, which is why I kept him. I thought he was going to play, especially because Arteta's comments were relatively positive. He said, like, it wasn't as bad as they thought, and they're very hopeful. Like, the Havertz comments were worse, and then Havertz ends up playing, and then Saka's not even in the squad. Obviously, it's not gone too bad, because I will get Mykolenko off the bench for him, which is a nice 7-pointer. So, like I said, I'm actually on 33 right now with Milenkovic to play, which is still a terrible score, but it's not as bad as it could have been. And then Rodgers with the 6-pointer. Again, should have got 2 goals. Oh, my God. The first goal was quite lucky. It was just a deflection. And then that second chance where it was literally just a pass across goal, and he just absolutely smashed it to the side. Yeah, that should have been another goal there. Probably would have been 3 bonus, would have been great. And I brought in McNeil as well this week for Semenyo, which is quite nice. He got the 6-pointer, which isn't too bad. And hopefully can just carry on that form going into the next few fixtures, because I've got 4 really good fixtures for Everton coming up. So, yeah, it's not been the worst transfer, because obviously Semenyo only picked up like 2 points. So, you know, +4 there, which isn't too bad. And I was never going to play Strand Larsen anyway. If anything, I probably would have played Semenyo over him. But either way, that's the midfield. They've been my only returns as well. Like, my lord, Rodgers and McNeil, my cheapest players in my team right now, barring Milenkovic, are the only players that have got me any kind of returns. Barring Mykolenko, obviously. And then Calvert-Lewin, who just can't seem to score either. I mean, his XG was 1.31 yesterday on Saturday, and just nothing again. Like, he's just forgot how to score. It's really, really annoying. I hope he comes good soon, but yeah, Raul Jimenez might just be a much better option than him right now. And then Haaland, yeah, third blank in a row, like, just not ideal. Like, really, really bad. Obviously, Southampton at home, you've got to captain him in that week. But after that, I might not be captaining him for a while because, like, Bournemouth away, Brighton away, Spurs and Liverpool, some kind of tough fixtures there. So I don't know if I'll be captaining him there. But either way, 4 points from him. And obviously, on the bench, Ward picking up 0 points. Mikolenko with the 7, absolute hero coming off the bench for Saka. Greaves was 0. Yeah, apparently got injured in training or something. Not going to be out. He's going to be out till the 24th now, which is really, really annoying. Luckily, he's 4.1, so I can take a bit of a price drop because I brought him in for 4. So I think he will probably go down. Yeah, 0.1, and hopefully he's back before 24th November. But yeah, that was a little bit annoying because obviously he was bench fodder at the end of the day, but now he's just like, he's someone that's not going to play. So it's really unfortunate. And then, yeah, Strand Larson picking up the 9-pointer as well. So, yeah, scoring against City. Again, a bit of a debate about that the last City goal as well, but it is what it is. So, I mean, the biggest debate of the week, I think, was that Son assist. Because I was kind of close to bringing Son in for Saka, but I decided not to. And, yeah, obviously the assist is a little bit iffy. I can see both sides of the argument. But I think if it is given an Areola own goal, which it has been, I don't think it is an assist. But that's just, I don't know, that's just me saying it. I don't own him, obviously. I feel like even if I owned him, you'd still have to say that because it's very controversial. It's a very controversial moment because obviously it's 3 points and it's an extra, I think I got an extra bonus point from it as well. But either way, it is what it is. But that's how I'm currently getting on in Game Week 8. So yeah, absolutely shambles of a game week. But like I say, 33 points with Milenkovic to play. Hopefully, like I say, misses out would be perfect. So it'd be 9 points on the bench coming on. But if he does play, hopefully can pick up a clean sheet and hopefully a bullet header or something like that. So that's my Game Week 8 score as of right now. Moving on, Game Week 9, this is the transfers we've got going. So I've got 0 in the bank because obviously I went from Semenyo to McNeil and I have 3 free transfers left. So one thing that I am thinking about doing, I'd go early on it because I feel like I'm going to get priced out about it. But obviously we've got like Champions League this week, so I can't really go early. I'm kind of thinking of getting rid of Saka and getting rid of Trent. And then, again, a little bit knee-jerky, but I just have enough money to bring Salah in. And people are probably like, well, why bring Salah in before Arsenal away? But you got to remember how depleted that Arsenal team is right now. They obviously don't have Saliba. Saka might still be out. They still don't have Ødegaard. Like, it's very much not going well for Arsenal right now. And I could just bring in Salah, and then I can also bring in Aït-Nouri as well. I just have the money to do that. Obviously, I'll still have a free transfer left in the bank as well if I try that. But I don't mind bringing in Aït-Nouri in at all because they've got some really, really nice fixtures coming up, like Palace, Southampton, both at home, Bournemouth at home as well. Like, even Brighton and Fulham away, like, not the worst fixtures. And Wolves played really well against City as well. I think that I think even though they lost, I think that is the change of the season that they needed. And it kind of hurt my defense a bit because I'd have to play like, I mean, I wouldn't even have to play Gabriel this week, and because I don't really want to play double Arsenal defense against Liverpool. I just don't think it's going to go well, especially if I've got Salah as well. Obviously, I'm going to play Raya because I have to, but I could be benching Gabriel this week if I do this and just play Mikolenko, Aït-Nouri, and Milenkovic. I may have to do that if I do this anyway. Like it would be some nice moves to make because I think that having Salah, Palmer, Haaland in the team would be very, very beneficial. And if I do get priced out of it, something that I could always do is just get rid of Calvert-Lewin and drop him down to a Raul Jimenez, because obviously Jimenez is 5.7 with Everton away. Not the most ideal situation because obviously he's playing Mikolenko, who's one of my defenders. But that is just something I could do, and then I'd have no free transfers left. And this is why I saved 3 for a rainy day, you know, if I do need to completely change my team around. Because Raul Jimenez just can't stop scoring, man. Understandably, a little bit annoying because he won the penalty and then didn't take it, which I'm surprised at because he looked like he was on penalties. But I think he's going to be on penalties now that Pereira missed it, because it was such a bad penalty as well. Like, it was a terrible penalty. So that is something else that I am kind of looking at. But I think that's only if I get priced out. Like, I'm fine keeping Calvert-Lewin because he's still obviously got some really nice fixtures coming up. But if need be, if I do need that extra money to do this, if I decide to, then obviously, yeah, I can just use the extra free transfer to do that. But I do quite like those moves, though. I do quite like Salah coming into the squad. Because it's either like Saka and Trent or like Salah and Aït-Nouri. And I think when you compare it like that, then yeah, fair enough, Trent is... Like, the Trent and Saka moves are better. But with the fixtures they've got coming up from a defensive standpoint, I think it might just be better to have Salah. And like I said, I will obviously want to captain him in the fixtures like I mean, Palmer and Salah will both be huge captaincy options in the game week where he's got Southampton away and Palmer's got Leicester away. Because obviously Haaland's going to have Spurs at home, so I won't be captaining him that week. So I don't know. I kind of like the idea of doing that, and I'm kind of trying to convince myself not to do it, but I can see the benefits of doing it. So that's where my head's at kind of with my transfer. So I'll be making 3 moves this week potentially, because I think it's a Friday deadline as well this week, so we might get early team leaks. I can't remember who's actually playing first this week. If I take a look at it, go to next, it's actually Forest Leicester, so I would have Milenkovic playing in that fixture on Friday night, and then obviously, yeah, the rest of the teams play on Saturday and Sunday. So it is a Friday deadline, and yeah, I could make those moves. Obviously, it's Champions League this week, so that's why I don't really want to make moves, because there could easily be injuries and stuff. Like, if Saka's back, then it kind of stops me from making that decision a little bit more. But at the same time, I don't know, I feel like Salah's just... It's really annoying, because I owned him for 2 fixtures this season, and it's when he just barely did anything. I had him for Forest and Bournemouth, got rid of him, 10 against Wolves, 12 against Chelsea. It's just really annoying owning it. Like, I've just missed all the points with him this week, so... It's one thing that I'm definitely thinking about, and I think I think I'm more likely to do it than not do it. And I think it is a little bit knee-jerky, but at the same time, I kind of really, really want him back just because of how well he's playing at the moment, on penalties obviously as well, so that really helps. And if I go ahead with that, I'll have a lot of penalty takes. I don't know, kind of thinking about doing it. It does hurt the defense a little bit, but I don't know, I feel like I like Trent. I don't want to lose Trent, but I think Salah's just going to be so much better having him, and it's so difficult to fit Salah, Haaland, and Palmer in your team. But I'm able to do this, and I've still got like a decent defense as well. Like Mikolenko, Gabriel, Aït-Nouri, Milenkovic. That's a decent defense, and they've all got really nice fixtures coming up. And then even in the future, like when Forest fixtures get a little bit worse or something, I'll have an extra 0.2 in the bank if I do decide to bring Jimenez as well. So I can always go up to like I can always trade him out for like a Colwill or something like that when Chelsea's fixtures get better in like game week 12. So there's a lot of like positives, I think, and I'm quite close to doing it. But we'll see what happens anyway. We'll see what happens Champions League and stuff, because, you know, there could be other injuries and stuff that I'll have to kind of sort out. But that's where my head's at right now. Obviously, we still have a fixture left tonight, so hopefully Forest can win that and win like 1 or 2-0. Milenkovic bullet header, please. But either way, that's my transfer plans for game week 9. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Leave a comment. How are you getting on in game week 8? What are your plans for game week 9? Subscribe if you're brand new. And until next time, peace.